Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Good morning, guys. Okay, so how are you all? Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so now you know what I've decided. I know I heard about it, Senthil. Don't worry, it's been tough for. मैंने सुना कि PSM से थोड़े से सवाल कम थे and it was more, the entire paper was more of a clinical this thing. The only thing now is what's done is done. Be hopeful. Okay, I'm telling you, सबके लिए टफ था, हो जाएगा, ठीक है? All right, everyone. So now, okay, now we'll be discussing FMG questions very soon on Unacademy. ठीक है? We're trying to get all the questions. ठीक है? So we'll be getting those. अभी one more, Hymenolepsis nana. Okay, this is a dwarf tapeworm. ठीक है? Every day, red and around the area. About has 20 came in your examination. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Good morning, guys. Okay, so how are you all? Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so now you know what I've decided. I know I heard about it, Senthil. Don't worry, it's been tough for. मैंने सुना कि PSM से थोड़े से सवाल कम थे and it was more, the entire paper was more of a clinical this thing. The only thing now is what's done is done. Be hopeful. Okay, I'm telling you, सबके लिए टफ था, हो जाएगा, ठीक है? All right, everyone. So now, okay, now we'll be discussing FMG questions very soon on Unacademy. ठीक है? We're trying to get all the questions. ठीक है? So we'll be getting those questions and I think we'll be doing an analysis from tomorrow. So you'll get an answers to all the questions that were difficult for you. ठीक है? So don't think about it. अभी यही सोचो कि तैयारी तुमने करी थी. You gave it your best shot. Let's see what happens and be hopeful now also. ठीक है? You never know. All right. Okay. So now for this September, I'm going to have rapid 30 sessions for based on NEET PG and AIMS pattern. अब मैंने questions थोड़े बड़े भी कर दिए हैं. All right. थैंक यू मनदीप. ठीक है, मैंने तुमको आज मैंने फर्स्ट साइन ही एक ऐसा रखा है which came in your image based sessions. ठीक है, just to tell you that we had done it before, so keep revising these sessions. Okay, and if anybody wants to now prepare for NEET PG, please join in my revision course. ठीक है, join in my revision course for NEET PG that I'm starting, okay, 2021. Okay, from this September only, you can use code Dr. Niharan and get a 10% off. So please subscribe to that course. It will really help you now that NEET PG is round the corners. So every day we'll be having PSM for 2 hours and your PSM will be like, we can get to it. All right. Okay. Also, I'm starting a target FMG batch for December 2020. ठीक है, जिसको भी ज्वाइन करना है अभी, obviously all of you are going to clear, but those who are planning to sit for the first time can download Unacademy and join this batch. Use code Dr. Niharan to get a 10% off. ठीक है? All right, Senthil, don't worry. अब तो देखो, stay focused. अभी you will clear it. Let's hope for the best. All right, everyone. Okay. All right, and you can also take an iconic subscription by Unacademy, where they've started Unacademy and Prep Ladder, okay, together, and you're getting a discount for that also. So you can use code Dr. Niharan and get a 10% off. So today I have a set of 30 MCQs with the images also for each of it. I'll be showing you there only, whichever way is possible. A few big questions also I have, so that you have to use your brains, okay? Anybody who has questions of aim, some new questions that you're not able to understand, you can forward it to me, okay, and I will try and explain you on these platforms only. Is it clear, everyone? You can please forward me those questions, and I will try to. And today I've included 1 or 2 such questions that students have forwarded me. Okay, so you can keep forwarding, and we will be introducing here. Yes, SS, I heard, but let's be hopeful. Okay, so are you all ready for this rapid 30 PSM MCQ marathon? Okay, so chalo, let's start. Okay, all right. Be patient, be careful while marking your answers, and जो हो गया अभी तो हो गया है. Let's focus on what lies ahead of us. Okay, हो जाएगा. Trust me, हो जाएगा. सबका होता है, आपका भी हो जाएगा. All right. Okay, chalo, let's go to the next first question for the day. So I heard, एक second, रुक जाओ. यहाँ पे ना, you will get one more option. 1 second, guys. I didn't change. Okay, so if the option is Bureau of International Standards also, what are you going to mark? Ideally, this question had come yesterday also. Is the poll visible? Okay, so I have seen that a lot of you students have got confusion, are confused regarding these food marks and all this. So I thought I'll give you again today, although I've shown you this before also. Now listen to me one more time with a very good attention. All right, regarding these symbols, please remember these are very important. Okay, abhi dekho. So all right, 78% got it correct. This came in their exam also yesterday. Okay, so let's first start our NEET PG preparation only with some of the symbols related to food. Okay, food, agriculture, quality certification and all that. Okay, chalo. Now, what is this symbol? Anybody? What is this? What is the full form of FSSAI? So I'm going to show you all the possible images that you can get for your NEET PG regarding food organizations. Okay, so what is FSSAI? Please put in the comment section. It is Food Standards, okay, and Safety Association of India. All right, so this is its symbol, okay, and this was founded in 2008. The headquarters of it is in New Delhi. This just tells us the minimum. Okay, if you remember, we had done it previously also. What is the food safety and standards? Yes, Authority of India, Association of India. You can go for Authority of India also. Okay, Shipra. All right. Okay. All right. So let us move ahead. Yes, this is the minimum level of standards of Indian food. Let's not be in a rush. आराम से पढ़ो, ठीक है? There's no हड़बड़ी कि कल एग्जाम है and we have to cover as many questions. We will be covering 30 definitely. Okay, so this is the minimum level of standards of Indian food. So that is FSSAI. Now, what is it based on? What is it based on? It's based on Codex Alimentarius. What is this? This is international food standards. Okay, so both, look over here. If you get an image with a symbol of WHO and with a symbol of Food and Agricultural Organization of United Nations, this indicates Codex Alimentarius. Is it clear, everybody? So you should remember the symbol of WHO also and Food and Agriculture Organization of United Nations also. Okay, so this indicates Codex Alimentarius. Now, what is this? This came in your examination. Okay, so we had studied this earlier also. This is nothing but Bureau of Indian Standards. Okay, Bureau of Indian Standards मतलब क्या होता है? This is a national standard body of India. Is it clear? National standard body of India, which is telling us about the activities or the minimum things that are required for certification, okay, of products, quality, okay, or marketing, okay, or standardization of goods. Is it clear, everybody? Okay, so this is very important, and you should all, whether it's an industrial good, whatever, you could also look for an ISI mark. Okay, ISI mark agar usme hai, this indicates good quality. So this time if they gave you Bureau of Indian Standards, next time they can also ask you Indian Standards Institute. What is this ISI mark? Is it clear? ISI mark means this is an indicator of quality. Is it clear, everybody? It's a standard compliance mark for industrial products in India. ठीक है, मैं यहाँ पे फिर से लिख देती हूँ standard. Please remember this standard compliance mark for what? Standard compliance mark for industrial product in India. ठीक है, everyone? Is it clear to you? So please remember what is FSSAI, what is Codex Alimentarius, what is ISI, and what is Bureau of Indian Standards. Okay. One last thing. What is this? What is this? This is for which products? Can you put in the comment section? AgMark. AgMark is for what? Yes, this is basically for agricultural products. So now we have covered all the images that could potentially come from food and food related stuff and industries. Okay, so we this is the one that was asked. Now I've explained you what this means. Okay, everyone, is it clear? Okay, in the previous lectures also we have discussed, so you can go through that also. Yes, Codex Alimentarius is for international food standards. Okay, what are the minimum standards that have been said internationally? Okay, this is an organization that talks about international food standards. Based on this, FSSAI has set minimum level of standards of Indian food. Is it clear? Can we go to the next question? So this was very important. Okay, so the answer was this one. Okay, let's go to the next question now. Yes, identify the defect. Identify the defect. Please identify this defect, all of you. This is pretty easy one. So identify the defect. So every day I'll be having a few images, few bigger questions, few numericals, and also some students were telling me if we could go subject topic wise. So please drop in message whatever topic you want to study, okay, so that I can put out the roster in advance for the entire week. All right. Okay, so this of course is dental fluorosis. One bonus question. Where does dental fluorosis occur? What is this? Is it seen in upper jaw? Is it seen in lower jaw? Quickly tell me, is it seen in upper jaw? Is it seen in lower jaw? Okay, I will start assertion and reasoning question also. Don't worry, I'll include all those. Very good. So it is seen in incisors of upper jaw. Okay, so please remember this. Now look over here. This is fluorosis. Okay, fluorosis. This is caries. Okay, so this is because of what? What is the normal level of fluorine in drinking water? 0.5 to 0.8 milligram, okay, per liter. Now fluorine is drinking water is the only source of fluorine for us. Okay, so this is it. If it is less than 0.5, it leads to what? Inadequate intake leads to caries. Excess leads to fluorosis. Is it clear? Yes. Fluoride is also known as a double-edged sword. Okay, everybody, double-edged sword. Okay, Genu valgum is seen in, is it seen in inadequate intake or is it seen in excess of fluorine? Batao, Genu valgum, is it seen in inadequate intake of fluorine or is it seen in excess of fluorine? Am I audible, everyone? Yes. Excess of fluorine may, it is a manifestation of dental fluorosis. Okay, everyone, I will give an MCQ tomorrow regarding that. You can have a look again at that. Okay, so these are very important. And dental fluorosis is most common in which year of life? It's most common in first 7 years. Is it clear, everybody? Okay, this represents what? Tooth calcification. Is it clear, everyone? Don't forget this. Just for you, for your comparison, देखो, ये क्या है? एक second. What is this? What is this? Quickly tell me what is A, B, and C. Very good. Early childhood or first 7 years of life. What is A, guys? Yes. Anybody else? What is B? B is cheilitis, A is angular stomatitis, C is geographical tongue. Okay, so what are these examples of, everybody? These are examples of A, riboflavinosis. Okay, so which vitamin is it? Is it vitamin B1, B2, B6, B7, B8? What is it? B9? Very good. Yes, everyone. Is it clear? ठीक है, so you need to know these things. These are very important. और अगर आपको scurvy आता है image में, I forgot to put the image of scurvy, you will see swollen gums and it will be very beautifully visible. Okay, so vitamin deficiency is very important. Let's talk about PSM. That's very, very important. Okay, all these three diagrams, keep it in your minds. ठीक है, चलो. Yes, what does ICD-11, what does it stand for? So ICD say lots of questions coming this time. So a lot of you get confused. After this, you will also be seeing certain bigger questions that we'll be talking about. Yes, what does ICD-11 stand for? See, only 60% of you have got it correct. Only 51%. Why? Mark karo. Let me just put my phone on silent mode. Huh. All right. Okay. So only 47% of you got it correct. Now, guys, please remember ICD-11. 11 मतलब क्या होता है? 11 मतलब होता है addition or the revision. Is it clear? Is it clear, everybody? So, यहाँ पे they can't give you a clinical question. They can just ask you about the new additions in ICD-11. Okay, so ICD-11 has how many volumes? Please remember, it has 3 volumes. Okay, now that we do not know what they can ask you, so and since we're talking about AIIMS and NEET PG, let's look at all these volumes. The first volume is tabular representation. Second volume is reference guide. Is it clear, everybody? And third volume tells us about the alphabetical orders. Is it clear? Okay, just know these. Total number of chapters is 26. Earlier in ICD-10, we had how many chapters? We had 22 chapters. So this has 26 chapters. Okay. And what is chapter number 6? What you have to remember? Chapter number 6. Chapter number 6 क्या होता है? This is for psychiatric disorders. ठीक है? Psychiatric disorders including mental disorders. Okay. And then what about chapter number 21? This is important. It is for signs and symptoms. No, signs and symptoms not classified elsewhere. Is it clear? So know everything about ICD-11 not classified elsewhere. And what about chapter number 26? This is for traditional medicines. Is it clear, everyone? So please remember this. This is important. Okay. And WHO had said, okay, that we should revise ICD every 10 years. Okay, but this does not happen. Okay, it's not happening. Revision is required every 10 years. So these are the details about ICD-11. ICD-11 लिख देते हैं यहाँ पे. ICD-11. 11 means 11th edition or revision. 3 volumes hai, tabular form, reference guide, alphabetical order. There are chapter now 26 chapters. You should know these new additions. Okay, chapter 6, chapter 21, and chapter 26. Okay, this is for traditional medicines. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, so this is pretty important. Okay, now let's go to the next question. One more question that's usually asked is, okay, so this is done. All right. The most sensitive index of recent transmission of malaria in a community is. So malorimetric indices is even asked in your AIIMS, and they will ask direct ways also. Okay, so don't worry. I will be starting a true and false, reasoning assertion. Dire. Okay, we'll gradually get to it. And if you want to now subscribe to revision course that I'm starting for NEET PG 2021 for PSM from September, you can do it. Wahan pe every day 2 hours I'll be teaching, and I'll be taking a lot of numericals, technical questions through MCQs only. Okay, that revision course is through MCQs. All right, so I see 39% of you only got it correct. Okay, yes, Siddharth. Yes, actually, क्या हुआ था? AIMS June 2020 में. Have you seen the paper? How many of you saw the paper of AIMS June 2020? है ना? Have you seen that they had given such simple question like all are criteria of reference male except. All right. Then simple questions like they had given about this one. Sam Child, such a simple one. Which of the following is not a non-parametric test? MMR, exactly. Okay, then they had given pretty decent and simple questions. Okay, so please don't think कि everything is changing, revolving. तुम बस पढ़ते रहो. समझ में आ रहा है? सिर्फ पढ़ते रहो, बाकी हो जाएगा. All right. Okay. Image तो आते ही है MCQs in PSM. Image is definitely coming in MCQs. All right. Okay. So what is the most sensitive index of recent transmission of malaria? Only 33% of you got it correct. So it is infant parasite rate. I've told you this many times now, guys. Look over here. What are we talking about? We are talking about pre-eradication era. ठीक है, so pre-eradication era, you have to remember this, students. What is spleen rate? Spleen rate gives an indication about the endemicity of malaria in an area. ठीक है, endemicity of malaria. Is it clear? Then no infant parasite rate. That means how many infants are showing parasites in their blood films. Okay, this infant parasite rate is an indication of recent malaria transmission. ठीक है, everyone? Are you going to remember this? Okay, so this is very important. And if IPR is 0, look over here. For how many years? For 3 consecutive years. This is important. It is regarded as, what does this mean? Absence of malaria transmission. Is it clear? Absence of malaria transmission in the area. So if I put a question like this, that which is an indicator which will tell us about no malaria transmission in an area, it is infant parasite rate. Is it clear? If it is 0 for 3 consecutive years, it means absence of malaria transmission in the area. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, so this is very important. Now see, all right, then one more thing that I would like to tell you about eradication era. Eradication era mein, how will you know that malaria transmission is being, no transmission is happening, or we are in the eradication era? The most important is API. What is the full form? Put in the comment section once they have also asked the full form of API. What is API? Annual parasite. Is it index or is it incidence? Is it index or is it incidence? Annual parasite index hota hai ya incidence hota hai? It is annual parasite incidence. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, so this is a sophisticated measure of malaria incidence. ठीक है? So कितना होगा? What will be the formula? Know the formula also, because now I will be starting giving you numericals. I'll be taking separate sessions for numericals. Okay, so every week once we will have a numerical session. Okay, so that will be very helpful for all of you. Okay, so this is confirmed cases during 1 year. Okay, divided by population under surveillance. Is it clear? Note this formula, and into what will you have? Into 100. Is it clear? And one more you should know over here is ABER, annual blood examination rate. This is an indicator of operational. Oh shit, I have to put my battery. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'll just quickly go get my battery. Okay, charger. Hello? Yes. Am I audible? Am I audible, everyone? Okay, so sorry, I forgot to put my charger today. ठीक है, so operational efficiency क्या होता है? Yes. All right. Operational efficiency is annual blood examination rate. Okay, so what does annual blood examination rate tell us? The operational efficiency of a program. ठीक है, how efficiently the program is performing. That is given by ABER. ठीक है, now please remember this. Please remember these: spleen rate, infant parasite rate. Very, very important. Okay, remember API, ABER. If you forget others, I think it could work. But as of now, these four indicators have to be there on your mind. Is it clear? Okay, how does it infant or adult? Now see, infant parasite rate hum kyun le rahe hain? Because most often what happens is that you can say that adults are very careful. Okay, and it does like for blindness also. You take the prevalence, you take the estimate for school children. Okay, not even school children, 0 to 6 years. Okay, so they are more vulnerable to be bitten by mosquitoes. They are more, so that is why we are taking IPR as a marker of this. Is it clear? Easy transmission hota hai and all that. Okay, all right, let's go to the next question. So remember these few MCQs that we are doing. Okay, all right, now mark this. Which type of epidemic is shown by COVID-19? A lot of confusion about this question. So mark this. So all of you understood the last question. Okay, so don't make a mistake in those indicators. Okay? Okay, now if I just gave you one of the options in this, what would you be marking? 59% got it correct. No, 53%. Chalo, so all right, should we stop this thing? We have a lot of questions on the board. Yes. Now look over here. Dekho, all of the above. To be on the safer side, as of now, mark all of the above. But if there is one answer, I think as for me, the best could be propagated epidemic, because now you see most of the people are asymptomatic. Okay, and I will be, if somebody is COVID-19 infected, he or she will be able to infect that disease to another person only if that person, again, if we say suffers from any chronic illness or has declined immunity and all that. Okay, however, if you get all of the above, please go for all of the above. If you do not get all of the above as an option, you can go for propagated. Is it clear, everyone? Okay. Chalo. First mark this, फिर मैं I will answer you, Karthik. 1 second. Everybody, now this is a long question directly picked up from AIMS paper. Okay, it was also shared to me by one of the students. So read it carefully and try to mark. Okay, did you take review about last FMG? There were only 2 questions about COVID. Haan, theek hai, Karthik. So we have taken a review. We will be getting the questions soon and we will be doing an analysis and providing you answers. Okay, so let us see when we get the question कि उसमें COVID का क्या question था, क्या graph था, फिर we'll tell you. Okay, now what's done is done. हो जाएगा, निकल जाएगा. Just be hopeful, okay? Don't be negative, be hopeful. अच्छा सोचोगे तो अच्छा ही होगा. If you think I will clear it, your exam will be clear no matter how difficult it was. Okay? Don't let negativity seep in right now. Because whatever you say na, मुश्किल था, नहीं होगा, शायद इस बार नहीं निकले. So, what you say in a day, somehow it turns out to be true. So keep saying, मेरा तो clear होगा, फिर देखेंगे. ठीक है, जब result आएगा, we'll say, but be positive. Keep saying that I'm clearing this time only. We say that God sits on your mouth once in a day. So say positive things, it will happen. Okay? All right. Don't worry at all. Hoga. Trust me. Okay. Now only 42% got this correct. हाँ नरूतो एग्जैक्टली ठीक है. अब देखो व्हाई आर पीपल स्टिल मार्किंग दिस एज क्रॉस सेक्शनल स्टडी. वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इट once before also. See, a person wants to study about relationship between smoking and lung cancer, so he collects data about people diseased with lung cancer from government hospital and number of cigarette packets sold at the same time. Which type of study is this? What is a cross sectional study? In a cross sectional study, you determine exposure and outcome at the same time, isn't it? And how are you collecting your data? Is it primary method of data collection? Is it secondary method? Everybody tell me. आप questionnaires fill कराते हो. You go out to get questionnaires filled. Okay, so is there questionnaire filling over here? No, there is no questionnaire filling over here. ठीक है, यहाँ पे you are taking the disease, you are collecting the data with lung cancer from government hospitals and the number of cigarette packets sold in and around the area. So obviously this is secondary data collection. So whenever you see secondary data collection, cross-sectional study, out of the option. Okay, now is it experimental? Are we doing some intervention? क्या मैंने किसी को have I given any drug or vaccine or something to anyone? No. So this is definitely out. Quasi experimental क्या होता है? Natural conditions आते हैं like an earthquake, and you can easily divide your study groups into victims and non-victims. Okay, so that is not happening. No, what is left? Even if you did not know this, you could have marked it by removing the incorrect options. Is it clear, everybody? Okay, ecological study doesn't necessarily deal with any natural disaster or something. When we talk about natural disasters, you could go for quasi-experimental. I will include one question of quasi-experimental soon. Please remember, ecological studies are to study group characteristics, okay? And over here, what we are doing, we are always taking secondary data collection. Okay, everyone? Okay, so I've explained you this previously also. Now do this. All right. Okay, now do this. Yes, I would be including daily topics now. So I want a list of topics from you students, or else I will make it myself. Abhi, after the class, just stay there for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes extra and drop in your topic so that I can prepare a roster for this week and I can share with you all. Okay, Jayant, everybody who wants topic wise, please be here and let me know. Okay? Okay, so now up dekho, only 20% got it correct. Now this is again a very beautiful AIMS question. Okay, don't worry. In 1935, students were admitted to a college, okay, where height and weight was taken. Based on the previous data, that means data of 1935, a study was conducted in 1977 in same population to determine how many will develop CAD in 1986. This study is, okay, experimental cohort, retrospective cohort, mixed. Experimental, is it experimental? No, there is no intervention. Now, is it a cohort? Is it a retrospective? Is it a mixed cohort? What is a mixed cohort? Everybody in the comment section, mixed cohort is prospective plus retrospective. ठीक है? अभी देखो, I'm going to draw a figure over here. ठीक है? This is 19. Look carefully. Don't be in a rush. 1935. Okay? Data collected. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, 1900 and when are we doing the study? 77. Okay, study started. Isn't it? We have determined the study, started the study in 1977. Then look over here, 1986. We will be assessing the outcome. Is it clear? So you started your study in 1977. You go back in time, okay, to determine from 1935 how many were exposed and non-exposed. Here it was what? You exposed and non-exposed means taking the height and weight of these people. You determine that. You come back to 1977. You do not determine outcome. Look over here. Do not determine outcome in 1977. But instead, what you do? You follow up till 1986 to determine the outcome. तो ये क्या हो गया? This is combined retrospective. पहले आप retrospective गए to see the exposure status, came back again, and then came back forward, okay, to determine the outcome. So is this table clear to everyone? Is this figure? So obviously this became a mixed cohort study. Is it clear, guys? Did you understand this? Just think about the sequence, all right, and accordingly you will be able to mark it, okay? Yes. All right. Okay, let's go to the next question now. Body fluid and fetuses are classified under which category? Now, many a times we have done about disposal. We have done about all these. ये किस में जाएगा, येलो में जाएगा, ब्लू में जाएगा, ब्लैक में जाएगा, all those, okay? But body fluid and fetuses are which type of waste? We have never done it. So what are you going to mark over here? More appropriate than option C is. Should I stop the poll? Okay, I'm going to stop the poll now. Okay, most appropriate answer, students, this is pathological waste. Please remember these. What are the types of waste that we have? Infectious waste. Okay, infectious waste kya hota hai? Any infectious organism like bacteria, viruses, fungi, which can spread disease. Okay, so it could be the waste from surgeries. Is it clear? It could be the waste from surgeries or from autopsies. Okay, all these are infectious waste. Okay, like excreta, dressings, all these are infectious waste. Am I clear, everybody? Excreta, dressings of an infected person. All right. Then the other important one is pathological waste. What is pathological waste? Pathological waste, includes all these tissues. Okay, the one that I just gave you, organs, okay, body parts, anything, all the anatomical waste. You will not mark it as humanized waste, please. You will mark it as pathological waste. Am I clear, everybody? Then you have a pharmaceutical waste. Okay, pharmaceutical waste. Yes, all anatomical waste will definitely go into yellow color bag. Okay, okay. Pharmaceutical waste ho gaya, cytotoxic medicines, discarded medicines and all that. Can anybody tell me what is genotoxic waste? Genotoxic waste kya hote hain? Any cancer patient who is on very active cytotoxic drugs, okay, उसका जो मान लो फीसेस निकल के आ रहा है, ठीक है, और उसका वॉमिट, ओके, द वॉमिट और यूरिन और फीसेस, okay, or of those people who are subjected to radioactive hazards and who are subjected to all that will come under genotoxic waste. Is it clear, everyone? Is it clear, everyone? Okay, all right. Now let us go to this easy questions for the day. Rat flea transmits the following diseases except, very easy. Oh, wait. I think I've given you the same options only. Let me change it once. Guys, wait. One second. Okay, now mark it, please. Now mark it. Rat flea transmits the following disease except murine typhus, shigellosis, pneumonic plague, and hymenolepsis diminuta. Quickly mark it. Okay, now all those who are new to my classes, I am your mentor, and hymenolepsis diminuta. Hymenolepsis diminuta. Okay, all those kids who are coming here for the first time, like Abhijit and all, so I take PSM on Unacademy platform, and we have started a new session of rapid MCQ marathon for PSM on NEET PG and AIMS pattern. Okay, so every day I teach 9 to 10 in the morning. You're most welcome to join. Okay, so only 14% of you got it correct. Only 14%. Guys, rat flea transmits the following diseases except pneumonic plague. Please remember, pneumonic plague kaise hota hai? Yersinia pestis is transmitted by respiratory route. Okay, so rat flea. Ye dekho, what is this? Everybody, this is the figure of a rat flea. Will you remember this? Okay, and rat flea acts as a vector for, very important, it acts as a vector for bubonic plague. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Endemic it acts as a vector for endemic typhus, okay, or it also acts as a vector for shigerosis, okay, and it is also a host for what? Hymenolepsis diminuta. Does anybody know what is Hymenolepsis diminuta? This is a rat tapeworm. Okay, rat tapeworm. Is it clear, everyone? And there is one more, Hymenolepsis nana. Okay, this is a dwarf tapeworm. Okay, everyone? Please remember this. Okay, is it clear, guys? So please remember this. This is very important. Okay, so the question here was rat flea transmits the following diseases except pneumonic plague is not by rat flea. It's transmitted by respiratory route. Okay, let's go to the next question for the day. Food with maximum cholesterol. Quickly mark it. Food with maximum cholesterol is, which is the food with maximum cholesterol? One second. Yes, so only 21% got it correct. Students, this was one of the easiest questions. Maximum cholesterol is always seen in what? Maximum cholesterol is always seen in egg. Egg का क्या होता है? Rule of 6. Do you remember this rule of egg? 6. An average egg is 60. What is the size? 60 grams. Okay. Then what does it have? It has 6 gram protein. Okay, it has how many gram fats? It has 6 gram fats. Okay, does it have iron? It has 1.5 milligram iron. Okay, it has 30 milligram calcium. Is it clear, everybody? You have to know about this. And 250 milligram cholesterol. Is it clear, everyone? An egg is also known as what, everybody? It is known as reference protein. Now actually it has 70 kilocalories. ठीक है, actually egg में कितना kilocalories होता है? 70 kilocalories होता है, but you can remember 60 to 70 kilocalories. Is it clear? इसका net protein utilization is almost 96, so similar to 100. These are the facts that you have to know about egg. Egg is deficient in what? It is deficient in which vitamin? Vitamin C and carbohydrate. Am I clear, everyone? Do remember this. These are pretty important questions. Okay. Now quickly mark this. Which of the following is estimated by dual recording system? Let me see how many of you mark it correct. Come on, let's hurry up. We have a lot of questions here. Which of the following is estimated by dual recording system? So only 19% are getting it correct. Yes, okay, so I'm going to stop the poll now. It's 20% only. You can please put down your questions on the question section that's there. We can keep last 3 to 4 minutes for answering your questions. Okay, rather than writing it here, वहाँ पे डाल दो question box में. All right, which of the following is estimated by dual recording system? Students, क्या होता है dual recording system? What is the name? In the comment section, what is the name of that dual recording system? What is it? Anybody? Very good. Sample registration survey. All right. So this will only tell us about fertility. Only 20% got it correct. All these are denoted from which survey? You get it from census. Is it clear, everyone? ये देखो. This is the latest SRS May 20. According to it, birth rate, death rate, and infant. ये सब क्या हो गया? All these could be your fertility indicators. Okay. So fertility things are definitely told to us by SRS. Is it clear, everyone? Give me a thumbs up if you've understood this. All right. Quickly mark this now. Then we'll go to certain other bigger questions. Which is the most appropriate statistical method to compare two proportions? Mark it, mark it. All right, so should I stop the poll now? So only 58% got it correct, only 53%. Now students, this is pretty simple. We have to compare two proportions. So I've told you this before also. When we have to compare two proportions, that means we are talking about which type of variables? We are talking about qualitative variables. And for qualitative variables, which statistical test goes? A non-parametric test goes. And the best out of the non-parametric, since it's not mentioned one group, two group or anything, you will go by chi-square test. Is it clear? What is student t-test? Quickly in the comment section. This is a parametric test used to compare means and SDs in one group or more than two groups. Okay, paired and unpaired. What is odds ratio? Strength of association in a case control study. What is correlation coefficient? Denoted by R, value -1 to 0 to +1. Isn't it correlation between two quantitative variables? All right. Okay. Yes, Priya, we are just going to talk about MCQs. Okay, now read this one. A researcher finds out, this question was sent to me by a student in the morning. Okay, it's an AIMS question. So, for diagnosis, which of the following will hold true? Read it carefully. So Priya, the course that we are starting, which I'll be starting from 15th of September, it's a revision course for NEET PG through MCQs for PSM. ठीक है, अगर मैं आपको topic बताऊंगी 15-20 minutes, then all that we'll be doing for 1 hour 45 minutes is, or half an hour, or 1.5 hours is MCQs. Is it clear, Priyanka, or somebody who asked me? Thanks, Priyanka. I hope you get it. Okay, so Priya, you can subscribe using my code Dr. Neha 10 to get a 10% off. Just go to Unacademy profile and वहाँ से मिल जाएगा. All right. Okay. Now I see very few of you got it correct. A researcher finds out a sensitive test to be positive for a person. For diagnosis, which of the following will hold true? Ab padho. It confirms that the person does not have the disease. Does not have the disease is indicated by, is it sensitivity or specificity? It is specificity. So ये तो option से गया. This is gone from the option. It suggests that if the disease is rare, the person surely has the disease. Okay, now if the disease is rare, students, more chance of the person not having the disease exists. Is it clear? So this also goes. Okay, the more the prevalent the disease is, look over here, it confirms that the person has the disease if the disease is common. The more the prevalent the disease is, more chances of the person being true positive. Is it clear, everyone? So read the question very carefully, and it is an expected finding in case the disease is prevalent. Dekho, again the word that you have used, okay, expected. Even if the disease is prevalent, it's not an expected finding. It's not like we will turn out to be positive. Okay, so that way the statement is wrong. Okay, if the disease is more prevalent, obviously it confirms that more and more true positives we might get. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, so read the question very carefully before marking your answers. Chalo, according to the technique of dawning, which PPE is put on last? कौन सा PPE last में पहनते हो? Quickly mark it. Quickly, I want to do 10 more questions and 10 minutes, 15 minutes on the board. Quickly. According to the technique of dawning में which PPE is put on last? I'm going to wear it last. Okay, so why only 37% got it correct? It's been circulating so much. I've put out COVID-19 lectures also. Usme bhi hai. So I'm going to end the poll now. I'll show your leaderboards at the end. Ye dekho. Everybody, what is this? What are these people doing? Are they wearing? Are they taking off? Dawning. Okay, this is dawning. A lot of you have doubts on this. What is this? This is doffing. Okay, so dawning में the first thing that you're going to wear is gown, then your mask, then your goggles or face shields, lastly your gloves. Is it clear, everyone? So what was the answer to this? Gloves. ठीक है, Zoom कैसे होगा? Okay, I'll share this today. make a post out of it and share it, Gaurav. Okay, on Unacademy, NEET PG platform also, Telegram. All right, even mine I will share it. And doffing means you are going to take it off. So what is the first thing that you're going to take off? Your gloves, then your goggles, then your gowns, then your mask. Okay, and lastly you're going to wash your hands. Is it clear, everyone? I'll put a clear picture today. Don't worry. ठीक है अभी यहाँ से कैसे zoom होता है? हाँ हाँ अब. Is it all right, everyone? Now is it visible? Okay, so gown, mask, goggles, gloves. Gloves, goggles, gown, mask, wash your hands. Okay, everyone. So this is very important. This could come in any of the examination now. Okay, so the last to be worn when you're putting your PPE is gloves. Okay. Okay, quickly mark this. What type of variable it is? What type of variable? I'll just give you 5 seconds on the board. We've done this a lot of times. Well, I'll just look at the questions. Okay. Okay, so 77% of you got it correct. I'll stop this. This is pretty easy. We have done this so many times now. If you have to talk about the scales, it's of two types. What are the two types of scales, students? Anybody? It is categorical. All those who are new to the platform, categorical and dimensional. Very good, Priyan, Sindhu, everyone. Categorical में दो आता है, nominal, ordinal. I have told you this so many times that I think it is clear in your heads now. ठीक है, यहाँ पे this is metric scale. So nominal means for qualitative variables like names, like sex, like religion. Okay, all these. Ordinal means, now look at the question they asked in AIMS June 2020. Anybody knows that question? They asked you what is Glasgow Coma Scale? बच्चों वाला question पूछा. Glasgow Coma Scale. Out of all the biostats, they found this to ask. Okay, so that is an ordinal scale. Stages of cancer, Glasgow Coma Scale, Likert scale, all these are where you can arrange in an order. But if I ask you HIV positive, yes or no, please don't mark it as ordinal. That is, what is that? Very good, Sindhu. Nominal. Obesity, yes or no, that is nominal. Okay? And dimensional or metric scale is for height and weight, all these things. Is it clear? Okay, chalo. So this was ordinal. Interval and ratio scales are types of dimensional scale only. All right. Okay. All right. Now, a lot of you students have doubt in this one. Although we've learned this in vaccines also. Mark it again. Okay. Somebody was asking something. Dichotomous matlab any variable that can just take up two values. Okay, like obesity, you can be yes or no. Okay, polyautomous when you can take up more than two values, like height, weight, blood group, all those you can take up more than two values. Okay, Shimon, is it clear? All right, so why only 40% got this correct? Okay, why only 40% got this correct? Now, all live vaccines are contraindicated in symptomatic HIV, except, see, all are all the live vaccines are contraindicated except, you will not there's an order. You remember I told you varicella, zoster and zoster, then go for measles, your MMR, and then go for BCG. But if this question comes, all live vaccines are contraindicated in asymptomatic HIV, तब आप क्या मार्क करोगे? Asymptomatic HIV. Then what are you going to mark? Quickly tell me. Asymptomatic. One of the students, obesity can be ordinal. No, Sayali, देखो, obesity is yes or no. But if I ask you BMI classification, whether it is ordinal or nominal, then you will mark it as ordinal. Is it clear? Is it clear, Sayali? Okay, don't get confused. All right. Obese, yes or no. BMI, order. Okay? All right. So 51% only got this correct. Now look over here. All live vaccines are contraindicated in asymptomatic HIV. Any person who is asymptomatic, none of them are contraindicated. If somebody is symptomatic, you are going to contraindicate varicella, zoster, ठीक है, MMR, MR, measles, Okay, this is the order, BCG. All right, so in this question, varicella and zoster would be given more priority. Is it clear? Okay, so this was just for your revision. Yes, quickly mark this. All of the following health institutions are eligible to apply under Lakshya initiative, except they had asked this question in AIMS. They had simply asked is Lakshya initiative is for, and they gave it such a simple question, labor room, maternal and health, something like that. The answer is here only labor room. And labor room quality, isn't it? So only 48% of you got it correct. I've told you this before also. Please remember, all of the following health institutions are eligible to apply under Lakshya initiative except PHCs. Now look over here. This is the symbol. Will you remember these symbols? Keep revising my image-based sessions. I have a lot of symbols there. Okay? This is Lakshya. The National, zoom kar deti hu. Look over here. The National Labor Room Quality Improvement Initiative. Is it all right, everybody? Now, don't write it as Ma scheme. Ma mein maternal absolute affection has only this picture. Okay, I've shown you that also. In Lakshya, it has both the symbols together. Okay, so remember this. And under Lakshya, we have quality of labor room improve karna hai, and satisfaction of the beneficiaries is important. And according to that, the healthcare institutions will be getting amount. Look over here. Expected outcomes, laboratory certification. If labor room ka targets of quality is 75% and 80% beneficiaries are satisfied, this is for AIMS. Okay, medical colleges will get rupees 6 lakh, district hospital 3, and sub-district hospital and CHCs up to 2 lakh. So PHC is not included in this. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, I had given you one another scheme, Kaya Kalp. Are PHCs included in Kaya Kalp? Either you're going to tell me tomorrow or I'll be putting out an MCQ of this. Okay, I've already shown you that. Okay, so come on, let's go to the next question. What is the incentive for DOTS providers on providing treatment to previously treated TB cases? Yes, very good. For Kaya Kalp, which is on environmental sanitations, PHCs are included. But for Lakshya, it is not included. Okay, quickly guys, mark it quickly. We have 5 more questions to go. All right, so is it clear? Okay, so should I end the poll now? So why only 40% got it correct? I've repeated this so many times now. What is the incentive for DOTS provider on providing treatment to previously treated TB patients? Guys, whether it's new guideline, new cases or previously treated, what is the incentive? Anybody? It is no, yes, it is rupees 1,000 only. All these are category 1. Previously treated, we do not have any separate category now. Is it clear, everyone? All new cases and previously is 1,000 only. MDR and XDR, kitna hai? Somebody had written it. Very good, 5,000. Is it clear? Okay, so don't forget these new guidelines. Yes, this is a pretty simple AIMS question. Read it. Evidence-based medicine refers to. Read it. I've taught you this also. Okay, now most of you students were asking one question that I saw was humanized waste. Now please remember guys, when we got the guidelines for biomedical waste management and all that, okay, our waste categories, were only infectious, pathological, genotoxic, pharmaceutical, cytotoxic. There was nothing like a term that they gave as humanized waste. Is it clear? It does not exist in the guidelines. You're not supposed to get confused. We are talking about tissues and organs, so wo human ka hai, so let's mark that. No, pathological waste or anatomical waste is the only term that is there for tissues, organs, any human part. Is it all right? They have not. I will share a small post today where we have classification of all the waste. You will see that term does not exist. Is it clear? Okay, so only 20, is it clear? Somebody who was asking me most of the times, only 26% got it correct. Guys, evidence-based medicine is not clinical trials. It's not clinical trials. It is simply use of various research finding for taking decisions about best patient care. Is it clear? So this is very important. I've already told you this is the evidence-based medicine. From a lot of evidences from study designs, we are trying to find out best study design for causality. So which is the best study design for establishing causality? Anybody? Which is the best study design? I've told you this before also. Case report, case series, very good. Meta-analysis ho gaya. This is what? Ecological. Okay, then this is cross-sectional. Okay, this is case control. Okay, this is your, what is it? Prospective cohort. Okay, this is your retrospective cohort. And this is your RCT. This is systematic review. And last but not the least, meta-analysis. Okay? So that is what is evidence-based medicine. 5 minutes on the board, 5 questions to go. Quickly mark. Difference between descriptive and analytical studies include. Yes, mark it. This is also a NEET PG question, a very beautiful question. If you know the concept, you'll be able to mark it. So only 44% is getting it correct. Guys, my humble request, please take PSM seriously. Okay? It's very scoring. It will help fetch you marks. Okay? Achhe se padho. Okay, and I'm there to teach you. All right. Okay, so only 45% got it correct. It was so simple, yeah. Look over here. Difference between descriptive and analytical study. Descriptive are used to test hypothesis. No. What do, Priyanka? They are there to formulate the first study design, the first step. Analytical studies are used to formulate a hypothesis. No. What are they done? To test a hypothesis. And descriptive studies are first phase. Yes, they are the very first thing that we do. Okay, analytical study, observe distribution. No, what do they observe? They observe determinants. Is it clear, guys? So this was such a beautiful questions. All you had to do was apply your basics. All right. Okay. Now PQLI is, quickly mark this. PQLI is, yes, PQLI is, mark it. Okay, are you done? Very good. So 59% of you got it correct. All right, now PQLI is basically, there are two things. One is standard of living, okay, and the other thing is quality of living. Okay, so quality of living ke liye we have PQLI. Quality of life ke liye we have PQLI. Standard of living is level of living. Level of living means whatever income, whatever expenditure, all those, how much we have, what are the services we consume, what are the goods that we have. Is it clear? So this was very important. Okay, what is my income, my occupation? Okay, but quality of life is PQLI. This I've shown you before also. This rank is 129. So you can go through this later also. Okay, so what are the determinants and comparison? They are still giving this in AIMS also. Okay, now quickly read this. Quickly, hurry up. Definition of population attributable risk is. I wanted to give you one question. I remember this one. Yes. So I'm going to end the poll now. After 3 questions, I'll be sharing your polls. So 43% of you only got this correct. Why, guys? 43%. Definition of population attributable risk is risk of disease among exposed compared to non-exposed. What is this? In the comment section, this is relative risk. Difference in risk of exposed and non-exposed group. What is this? Attributable risk. Okay, extent to which disease can be attributed to risk factor under study, attributable risk. Then look over here, estimate of amount of disease that can be reduced if risk factor is eliminated is population attributable risk. Then why such less numbers of you got it correct? Is it clear, guys? Will you remember this? These are very easy, yeah? Don't get confused, okay? I'll start taking topic wise, then you will understand it. Okay, features of case control study are, all right. Okay, I have to mark. Okay, so this has multiple answers. How do I do multiple answers? No, this has two answers. Okay, multiple answers. So you will have to put in the comment section, or I'll just tell you. Okay, there are multiple answers to this question. Okay, it's not just one. So features of case control study are, okay, so I'm just going to explain you this question. Useful for study of rare diseases. Is it useful for study of, okay, I'm going to end the poll now. All right, now don't get confused. Very good, everyone. A and D are multiple answers. Case control, useful for rare diseases. Yes, because the name is cases. We can't wait like a cohort study for cases to occur. What if it's a rare disease and it occurs after 50 years? All right. So we already for rare diseases, we start with their cases. So it's useful for rare diseases. Larger sample size required? No, because you're starting with your cases. So if you're starting with 100 people, that's the sample size. The number of cases you can get, that becomes your sample size. Association measured by relative risk. What is the strength of association? Amazing. Very good. It is odds ratio. Study multiple potential risk factors. Yes, you start with cases and control and you go back to see the exposure status. So if you're looking for smoking as an exposure status, you can also find alcohol, you can also find exercise, all that thing. But if somebody asks you study of multiple outcomes, then what you are going to do? Study of multiple outcomes. Very good. Cohort study. Okay, then is it high accuracy rate? No, it is weaker than a lot of other studies. Okay, it does not tell us about the incidence of a disease. Okay, okay, last question coming up on the board. Cancer survival is depicted by which statistical diagram? This they had asked in AIMS once, simply the name. All right. Now, students, I'll share your leaderboards now. I just want to tell you, देखो, exams will continuously happen. Okay, don't think that FMG was so tough. So AIMS या NEET PG will also be very tough. Oh my God, where is your leaderboards? Sorry, तुम्हारा leaderboard चला गया. Yes, आ गया. ठीक है. All right, now have a look over here. Okay, so don't take a biased approach. Okay, don't think that no one-liners will be asked. All exams are equal. Okay, they can still ask. Now what is happening? AIMS, they are going to very simple questions because we are not studying those for AIMS. Is it clear? Okay, so Shubhavati has topped Shubhan Vita. Very good. So 21 on 25. Preetham is number 10 today. And he has scored 14 on 25. Okay? So all of you did well. The answer to this is Kaplan-Meier analysis. Look over here before you go. This is the figure of Kaplan-Meier analysis. I will put a question again explaining this Kaplan-Meier analysis. Let's all also have a look. I keep showing you these. These are forest plots. These are funnel plot. Okay, I've put out a post also yesterday, funnel plot for publication bias, and this is the ROC curve. Which is the best, which line denotes the best screening test out of this? Very good. It is blue line. Okay, ROC curve aap kab lete ho? When you have to select the best screening test out of the various tests available. Okay, so I hope you've liked the session. Please let me know what you want to do from tomorrow onwards. But every week, there will be two things that I will be including. One is a rapid MCQ marathon, 2 sessions or 1 session other than topic-wise. And of course, numerical questions. Okay? So we'll keep that every week, one day. And I want more and more students to attend. We had good numbers today so that you get an idea of PSM, and I will be including true false question, all those soon, very soon. ठीक है? Yes, reasoning assertions sub include. If anybody has questions with them, you can send me. I can explain you here. All right, somebody who can send me AIMS questions also, although I have them, but anybody wants to address to other questions, please feel free to send me. Give me some time. I will definitely come and share with all of you. Okay, and before we go, please remember I'm starting a Operation Neat PG. Yes, topic wise also it will be MCQs only. Okay, MCQ in weekends. ऐसा भी we can do. Just message me the topic and please share among your friends. Ask them to attend my classes. It will be really helpful for all of them. Unacademy is a very good profile. All those who were new to this platform today, I am starting Operation NEET PG 2021. We are starting an Unacademy, and there I'm going to teach you PSM. I'm taking a revision course for PSM through MCQs for NEET PG 2021. So सिर्फ MCQs होंगे, half an hour 40 minutes of a topic revision or half an hour, and 1 hour 30 minutes for MCQs. So you can use code Dr. Neha 10 and subscribe to it. Is it clear, everyone? Also, those kids who are planning to sit for FMG in December, we are starting FMG batch. There also I'll be teaching PSM, so you can use there also. Most of it will be through MCQs only. You can use Dr. Neha 10. Is it clear, everyone? Anybody who has any doubt on the syllabus can let me know. Okay, one question I haven't marked over here. I think we missed it. Let me quickly just, yes. All right, this was the answer was subjective. Okay, everyone. All right. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my classes. Please share with your friends. Do attend my classes again and again. And I'll see you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Okay, if you have some good words, do visit my Unacademy profile. Subscribe to it. To me on Unacademy, you will get updated about everything. No, Annie, please, did I mark objective? No, it's subjective. Please, all those who missed it, I'll put it out again tomorrow. It's subjective component of quality of life. ठीक है, Annie? Annie, Preet? Okay, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, is it clear? All right. Okay, so chalo, be happy, be safe, and kal ka topic. What do you want to study for tomorrow? Topic? Do let me know. I'll frame the questions that way. Okay, and healthcare delivery system kar lete hain. No issues. Okay, so we'll do healthcare delivery system tomorrow. Do epidemiology. Okay, I'll make a roster, and every day you can come to attend the classes every day. Okay? Chalo, all right. Hope you like the session. Keep coming, keep sharing with your friends. And thank you, Karthik. And drop in your good words on my Unacademy profile and subscribe to my courses. This is just a teaser. Okay? Starter hota hai ye. Chalo. All right. Take care and be positive about your FMGs. Don't worry.